this is definitely him. We've caught him in this exact same spot, Gale, and many others. There's an X on his chest. People will say it's snow, but that's actually one of their boxes hanging there. I'll tell you what. I'll show you a secret. I forgot to color the trident top left. There's also others up touching the trident, but I just can't quite show these guys this time. Just enough so you'll know. That's perfect. Actually, we've caught him right in there as well. If you want to know the truth of this subject, stick with this video. Watch it closely. This is just a little clip from the video. It gets better. I was going to redo this first voiceover, but then I figured, you know what? Because it just sounds stupid. But, because I'm upset, but that's okay. I'm going to leave it in. Welcome to Colorado Bigfoot. As you'll notice, this is no rock. Jeffrey, thank you for this picture. This is older. This has nothing to do with this video. I just wanted you to take a look at the real shot again. Now watch this. Okay? It doesn't get any better. This is one of the best photos. It's completely ignored by the world. Not that I try to show it, but it's just, people are just too worried about the Super Bowl. You know, you guys, this is our future. If we do not start paying attention, not just in this, but everywhere. Stop worrying about your Xbox. Stop sniffing cocaine. Stop being obsessed with. I mean, I'm telling you, our race is going nowhere because that they've subdued us. Now look closely as we go past him here. There's a little voiceover ahead of me here. I'm just trying to fill in the gap. Yeah, I'm raging a little bit. I'm not. I'm in a great mood making this video. I love this, but I'm being a little firm with people. No, it's never the people that have been watching me for 6 years. It's like I'm trying to reach the one skeptic. Now remember, I can see this in 4K. I'm going to upload it. It's not going to look anywhere near as good as I see this, but you'll be able to see it. Now, can you see the others? Look in the back. You see the one sitting down directly behind the rock? And then if you look very carefully, you'll see all of the other faces. There's many, many faces. None are pareidolia. All right, put your cell phone over those tridents and the V's in the back if you really want to see some hidden ones. Now here, let me tell you something really crazy. Now, it's not really that crazy. These guys, their capabilities. Now, if we cross the wrong boundaries, they are very capable of removing us. I mean, like, literally, I think they typically use telepathy, but I believe if you got into the right situation, you know, it's not like you're going to fight them. Let's put it that way. So there's certain boundaries I believe that are not meant to be crossed, and that's why I'm very careful. There's been opportunities to. I have seen things that, like, close friends of mine have no idea. So I'm just waiting. I don't know what to do because I don't want them to not like me. Now, most wouldn't have seen this. Look closely at the symbol in front of them. You know what's crazy? I've danced like that in front of them, and after looking at and being there and seeing that, I feel really stupid. Okay, so this was like over a year ago. I haven't seen it. All of a sudden, it just pops out like a sore thumb. There's another one right there. That amazes me, like how they just pop out. This happens to me all the time on, year or two old pictures. Something right there you just won't see. So this is that special made giant boulder mound they made, near my house. Here's the interesting part about this. You know how long I was there before I made it to this little spot? This is all the way at the top of that, behind it. I had been walking around, and then I leave them, and the other ones are out as well. Like, they are not going back inside, like hiding. Like, they had all the time in the world. They could have, took a jacuzzi somewhere. I was there for hours. Meanwhile, I leave them and go to the next one, and they're all separate and different. Like, they're together at the same spot. But to go see Lobster Man, he was on the other side. I'm seeing him in his magic with my own eyes. It was a crazy thing. A lot of people think that's one behind him. I'm not sure. I didn't see that. They were all 360, this giant mound. It's one of the most unique looking mounds that was just built overnight with rocks that, weigh 60 tons. It's an amazing, amazing thing. I'm glad I did this zoom. Watch this. So I go, and you can see he's an open face. Look at his system right in front of him. And then by zooming in on him, I see these other faces over here. Look closely. I know it's been uploaded, but it's pretty amazing. I mean, you guys, these are my neighbors. All right. Sometimes I lose my mind. That's why there's a lot of frustration. And it's funny, as I'm making this video, it's a lot of work, believe it or not. I'll come back later to do this voiceover because I want to say I'm going to the petroglyphs, and I get to hear like the other personalities almost, like, how I was at that moment on that picture, like the emotions that come out then. So I just want to kind of leave. I think the people that know me well will get a lot from that over time. That way I'm not faking like my feelings. Like if I'm frustrated, I'm just going to be like, listen, you need to wake up. That's all. Over now. So this was this morning. I was up at the crack of dawn. I was out. Like it was pretty fun. You'll see this coming up, but just as I'm doing that last voiceover, I see, look at the circle. It's actually a circle. You'll see in the video. But look, I noticed him as I'm talking to you guys, like on the last recording. Look at him. You see him? It's like one of the others. It's the cave types. Look for his white eyes. Make no mistake, it's real. When you know their system, you never have to question anything again. Okay, I promise you. I think people that are just showing up just need to realize that there's lots of reasons we know all this for a fact, not to mention I stand right in the middle of them. Remember, in the originals, I have it perfectly. I'm not sure why, but when you upload, it makes it very blurry. Look at the one very carefully. He's actually turned away from everyone and he's waving at me. It's amazing. So I'm only putting this up because I am going here. So I'll be there. I'm shooting for Monday or Tuesday. I might be there a little bit of both. And I'm going back there. I mean, every time I return here, my knowledge base is tremendously more for some reason, especially with here. Mark, thank you for that timestamp. Mark Landry's getting some good stuff. Look at that. I'm going to go over here. It's hard to find that spot right there. Isn't that crazy? I know exactly where it is. Like from the camera, it's like a mile away. And then once you get in there, I get lost. So anyway, here's this morning. A little live video I'm going to upload. It cut off at 12 minutes. So I'm going to upload it anyway for my members because that's why I love my members. Like I could mess up so bad, like no matter, like, cause they're used to my like not being able to like upload like things, and all of a sudden I'll like the video will just start getting good at 12 minutes and it just cuts off. It's like that's my phone because it's so full. I have to keep deleting like videos. You guys, sorry about my heater. It goes off eventually. Let me see if I can get what song could I put on to make it stay in your head all day. Alright, what's a song I'm trying to find a neutral song that even if you don't like it, you might start singing it. There you go. I said, man, I am tonight. Yep, you're singing it. Yeah. I love it. There's certain songs like that that everybody knows. You might not ever play that song on your own, but if you hear it, it might get stuck in the back of your head. Okay, so this is whenever you see the tan, I want you to look really carefully for timestamps. Okay, like right here. The only way you're going to see any is if they did it on purpose, because I've been here for quite some time. I've been whistling. So there's no way they're going to be on this camera unless they want to be. Here's all their spots. You guys look, I'm showing you some of the most unique spots in the United States right now. If you don't believe it, study it. Look very carefully at what you're missing. Do you see the circle? Do you see the X inside the circle? It's one of the most amazing shots you'll ever see, right there. I promise. This is, you know why? Because it's their home. That's why. It's a bit chilly up there. Look at that, you guys. Look at the eyes. Everything's a face, everything's... You know, that could be a shadow, but it's really weird, you know? And then that boulder that seems to be pushed out. And I don't know if you can see it, so I'm going to describe it. It is a perfect face. It has huge lips. I don't know what the back part is, but there's like a face right there. You guys notice the 3 rocks to the right of the face. Hopefully you can see the face. Stacked and made. Look at that. That zoom, that's $1 million zoom right there. It's something, you gotta remember, you guys, what I do is one of a kind. I have to get it all, put it all together, and somehow keep you semi-interested and not wanting to kill me. This is coming up soon. That I can't promise what will happen, but if that happens, like if you get to the point where you're getting annoyed with me or something, no one ever tells me that directly, but I'm sure it's happened. Check this structure out. Timestamp people, I'm only going to show, but if you look against the rock, you'll see them back there. It's amazing. I mean, it could happen with my best friend. You might get annoyed with me. You're like, all right, I can't listen to him today. I understand that. I really do. But if that happens, don't let it get you away from what I'm doing. Like, mute me then. Just keep looking, not necessarily at this video, but like this summer and stuff. Don't like, I'm taking this. We're going all the way if it costs me my life. I know some secrets. Because you'll see that. I'll show you that exact thing right there in stick form, and it's like, looks like they'll be touching it, and it looks like it's glowing. Oh man, hold on. Let me turn this off. Sorry, guys. Forgive me for that noise. I'm so used to it, and then I'll be like putting the video together, and I'm like, oh my god. It's like you hear that noise in the background. You guys, just stare at that middle row. Notice how clean it is underneath like each like monument. I mean, whatever you want to call it. One of them is blatantly has an arm even. There's some kind of shrine. Interesting. One thing I can almost promise you is they can move boulders that size without a problem. Is that one of them? Looks like a doorway. Crazy thing is, the same exact thing is at where I'm going 3 hours away on Monday. Isn't it like a magical doorway right there? Looks like some dude, like, frozen. I guess, I don't know, I hallucinate a lot. Okay, now no matter who you are, what you think you know, what you've learned, everything that you're processing, remember this. What you're seeing is not an accident. Never forget I said that. I'm going to say that a lot soon. Remember, I'm doing this video because, not for a lack of anything, it's just that I got up early and it just happened. I was like, you know what, let me do some zooms down there. No plan of it at all. Until I was like out and about. I basically, the reason I'm showing you this, I think people will find that he was standing right behind a tree like that. Ooh, is that him right there? Ooh, I think it is. You guys, it is. Look at the rocks too. Look at the rocks to the right, the bottom of the screen. I think that's him. This is my number one spot here, right to the left. This is where the big skull is. There's a giant skull. I don't know if you can see it now. I might be in the wrong. I might have to move my truck a couple feet. With the mouth, it has a giant mouth, and the mouth is their opening. That's how they go in. And that's the spot right there. Is that one of them? He's looking right at me. Remember, they freeze. That's the thing. He knows. There's an incredible. I was just talking to someone last night about this. Tom, the distances. Look how there's like a trident just like floating right in front of him. See it right there, that V. Look at the V, and then in between the V there seems to be some white, which might be snow. I think that's him. I've caught him right there. Usually they're like right there, like right in here somewhere. So that's. Okay, this is definitely him. We've caught him in this exact same spot, Gale, and many others. There's an X on his chest. People will say it's snow, but that's actually one of their boxes hanging there. I'll tell you what. I'll show you a secret. That's perfect. Actually, we've caught him right in there as well. If you look carefully, you'll see them everywhere and weird things everywhere. I just can't, it's just kind of hard for me to show. Guys, take your cell phones out, put it on 4K if you have it, and just put it over your monitor. Right in here. And then all over here. And then I probably will see more as I look at the video. I think that's them. I wish I could hold it longer. It's so hard to hold it like this. I'm trying to do as long as I can. What else could that be, you guys? It's not a shadow. You guys notice the almost invisible like teepee right in front of him. Remember, this is far away. That's why it's blurry. Okay, I know exactly what I'm doing. Just have faith. I'm trying to teach you how to do this. It's very simple. I'm talking to like one person. This is where all others have failed. Okay, I discovered their system and language. Anyone that's followed that since has been 100, I would say over 100% successful in what they do and are so happy. All you have to know is their system. These people are out there still talking, not knowing how this works. It's a mind blower to me. I don't get it. I see a chest and I see a face. You can see the different colors. I don't know. By the time you get to YouTube, who knows? Keep that in mind as well, guys. YouTube does a huge number. There's their spot. Look at that. That's so cool. I love it. See that? How that's just Abby normal? Look. Right there. That's not normal. And then right here. There's like some kind of opening. I think that's him right there. Sorry about that. I know it's crucial, it's essential, but it's annoying if you're on the other side. Let me see here. You'd be surprised what is in that whistle. How much I'm saying in that whistle. It tells them everything. They know it's me. They know it's okay. They know everything. I know. I just want to see him turn there. I don't do that to these guys. I gave them so much time. They know. But yeah, you kind of want to see one like turn the corner physically. You know. You got to remember the danger that puts them in. I mean, if the right video gets out of that spot would be the military ends up there. That's what happens. I think that's why they monitor my phones and stuff, because look, you don't have to, remember, like in the old days there'd be like a car. Oh, poor baby. She got really hurt. There'd be like like these dudes with sunglasses. I think that exists, but it's more, everything's done virtually now. They can track everybody just from sitting at a computer. They can see everywhere I go. I've heard that they can even track your phone offline. So if you turn it off and they can still track it. I turn it off a lot just for that reason, just in case, but it's very simple. Oh, here, I want to get to this spot. Like, think about it. Why not just, you can just see where I went that day, you watch the video from that day, and then you know exactly where their Bigfoot world is. Then you mark it down for national defense. If there's ever a war, now they have 1,000 giant Bigfoot worlds, and they can say, hey, stop killing our people or we'll blow up your Bigfoot world. Things like that. Oh, I like this. I like the sun. The sun's hitting. It's perfect. Now, where would you be right now? Right there or down here in the darkness? I don't know if that matters for them, but I think it does. I believe the reason they're right there is because of the sun. Uh-oh. You gotta be kidding me. Yes, this is all private property. I have never seen that cave before, you guys. I have not watched beyond this point yet. But the second I saw that, I'm seeing that I'm not sure this is a cave. So let's look carefully. What is that? Is that a bush? Like, I'm swearing it's a cave while I'm seeing that. Remember, this is early in the morning. It's all melted. You guys, that entrance is legit. That's not there by accident. Look at that. Ooh, I'd like to come do some zooms here. When it's nicer out. Look, you guys, look how crazy it looks. Can you see the alien in it? Can you see the... you can almost see another, I don't want to use the wrong word, culture in it, like, or something. It's crazy how I see this. Like, I can't put it into, there's no words to translate I can't even tell you how I understand this now. Does that mean it's a lot? No, but it's at a level of craziness. Crazy understanding. It takes time. They said one time that, I think, that you can't tell human one day. This is a long time, basically. There's too much. You think you could handle it, but it's too much. So gradually, this is no problem. Overnight, you might lose your mind. None of us would. Knowing most of you, I'd seriously doubt anything would phase you guys like that. And even if it was traumatic, I think even you guys would have no problem. You'd handle it. It is what it is. I mean, we don't lose our minds over nothing. What is that? I think some dude with his arm, with a thing of sticks in his arms? Like, how is that possible? And then look at his feet. For once, I can't see it either. I have no idea what this guy's talking about. There's like a pile of stuff at his feet. I'm telling you, they freeze like you pause a video. It's a crazy thing. Let's see if we can get over here. This is through a dirty window. I want to see if I can check this forest. I've never done this before. Hopefully you guys like this. Guys, if you shut up, we might enjoy it. I knew it. Look at the structures, you guys. See, that's what gets me. I can zoom in the rocks and stuff, do the rock stuff in the winter, but man, I am all about their language and their system. I know that's where I'm supposed to be at. I know, because I don't get anything at the rocks. Like, they'll stand there and let me film them or something, but that's it. They're not going to go, psst. Or you. lot of ways into that mountain. That's all private property. Could you imagine somebody owns that? It's not fair. It's not fair. I'm not a jealous person, but I'm not jealous. I'm envious. Like if a friend of mine had $1 billion, like whatever, I could care less. But when you have that property, like I don't want to own it for the value. I just want to own it for the access. I'm telling you guys, you don't want to be rich. Believe me. Be comfortable. The best people are the people that worked, their whole lives and retired, and they have their little nest egg, or sometimes a big nest egg, or sometimes right in the middle, and that's the way to do it. Those people are all happy. I'm telling you, look at the retired people. They're for the most part. I mean, they might be a little lonely or something like that, but as far as finances go, they're pretty happy. Like you worked at just a normal job for 30 or 40 years. You had, 300,000 or 400,000 in the bank when you were done, and that's what you're living off of. That's, some people, they end up, if they're lucky, they end up with like around $1 million, and which isn't, a lot of money when you need to live off it the rest of your life. Oh my God, if that's not a lot of money, I'm in big trouble. Like, you might as well just, I might as well move into the sidewalk now. So these other dudes are right there in the snow. It's a crazy thing. And they're in the bushes, like in the trees, like Carlos, that shot with the white X, and he's like inside there, like those, or no, it was Diesel with the white X, and he's like inside the thing there. That was pretty amazing. And it was all snow. There's so many footprints going in there. It's not fishermen or anything. There's no one walking on the... You can't walk on the... Maybe in some places you could. Like right there is actually pretty thick. I wouldn't walk right there, but... I mean, you could actually walk anywhere. Well, maybe not. You wouldn't want to take a chance, because if you fell through... First of all, when you fall through ice, I've done it, it hurts, okay? Depending on what condition the ice is, you can actually cut yourself on the way through. It's brutal. And then... if it's 4 feet deep, you can actually, because you happen so fast, you go straight down, you end up hitting your butt, and then the current brings you right underneath, and then you're stuck under there's no way to get back, not to mention the cold. So people have died that way in rivers all the time, in shallow rivers, because of the way their footing went and everything. Like when they fell through, they actually, lost their footing and get sucked right under the ice, and then you're under there, dying. I'm not trying to be morbid, I'm trying to think about that. Think about what some people have been through. That's nothing like the torture, the horrors of what humans have done to other humans, or especially early on. It's a crazy thing. Here, let's see if we can zoom up when I know I can't see them. And we'll call it a day. This has been a long clip. Well, we're not going to call it. I'm not calling it a day, but we'll call it a clip. I don't think I've ever gotten them over there yet. Even in high magic, I've never gotten them over there. But they're there. Look, you can see the pyramid right there. We're out. Forgive me for I just figured, you know what? I'm just going to start leaving up how I feel. I have a point, though. I've been noticing this. Okay, so the more educated you are, sometimes when I say idiot or stupid, I really don't mean it to insult somebody. I want those people to be my best friend. I'm trying to get their attention. I know it's not the best way, but I've noticed that the more educated you are in the human world, the further you are from the real truth. If you don't believe that, just look into it. I mean, doctors, lawyers, people that, have 8 years of education, they will, for one, they're very distracted, but for two, it just takes them so far from the reality of the real, I just call it the real world. I don't think I'm in the Matrix, but you know what I mean? What's really real around us, and where you're going to go maybe when you die, things like that. But you'll notice, not always, because I have some genius level people on board here, but in a lot of cases, I'm saying, over now,